or every other day.
Okay.
Because we
Okay.
got to get, that's like probably now, and we're going to do work on your hips again too. Getting your foot to be, doing these
Uh-huh.
muscles is
Yes.
probably the biggest thing for that last little bit on your knee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no other part of your knee that's hurting?
No, it's always just that one,
Just
but
that
like
little
I
bit.
say, it's less and less every time.
Good. Okay. Woo! That's good news.
Yes.
Now we got to work. We'll work. We got to work on your stress.
Yes. Uh,
Because
yeah. In fact, I just took it. I said, okay, I'm going to take it right before we do the
yeah,
the exercises. And it was 109 over. It was a good reading.
yeah, 109 over. Yeah,
Over something. Yeah.
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 Good, good. So yeah, deep breathing exercises. If you feel yourself getting stressed out about
Uh-huh.
anything, kind of relax your jaw, let your tongue hang down. That
Uh-huh.
sounds silly, but there's a lot of right and
Yes.
just kind of. And I always
Yes.
say this to people, and you're older than me, so you've had more of a life to live. Even at the times when you were most stressed out,
Uh-huh.
in hindsight, everything worked out and was okay, and you lived through it, right?
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
if we can keep that bigger picture
Uh-huh.
in the
And
smaller picture of things,
uh-huh.
then
Mhm.
you know, and
Yes.
and we set our intentions for our co-creative abilities
Hmm.
on the planet, but then everything's really out of our control.
Exactly.
But in some energy work and a person I listen to, she always says, set your intentions of what you want and how you want your day to be and your world to be, and then do those things
Hmm.
to do that, and
Uh-huh.
then let all the details go to the manager,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
And just
Yeah.
let them go. So
Yeah.
yeah, because I'll tell you, stress will kill you.
Yes. Yes. I know that. Yes.
That's so anything you can do to kind of
Yes.
lower it down, take deep breaths, take moments,
Yes.
because you're really healthy. I mean, you've
Uh-huh.
so don't let the, we don't need that. We don't
I
need that to
know.
get you
I know
get
that.
you
Yes. I
get you
tell
down.
the kids, I'm trying to live as long as I can.
Yeah. And you have animals around you, so seek them out too because they are known to lower our blood pressure.
Yes.
So go pet an animal. Or love on an animal
Yeah.
instantly. That's
Exactly.
probably like a 40 or 20 to 40 drop in the number. So, yeah, that's yeah, we can't have that. We're fixing your knees up so you can go running around and
Exactly.
doing stuff.
Exactly. But I guess it was just the accumulation of everything.
Yeah.
It finally would just
Yeah.
reached its peak, I think.
Yeah. And it is stressful when your partner and is ill and then the caretaking and everything. It is very, very
Yes.
stressful. And hard and it's everything. I mean, even now
Mhm.
I'm just taking care of my beloved older dog and it's
Yes. And you worry about them.
yeah. Yeah, like when I leave to go to work, he's there and he seems to be comfy. I have a camera on him, but it's I I
Yeah.
I want him to be comfortable.
Yes, exactly.
So you do, so you do a lot of stuff. So let me get a ball here, and we're
Okay.
going to start by doing our ball exercises on our legs. Turn all my lights on when I came in, half in the dark. Okay. So we're going to get our ball
Okay.
between our knees again
Okay.
and do that great, really focusing on those feet.
And
And
I have
just,
been walking around the house with it.
uh-huh. Good. Just don't let anybody see you do that. That'll be
Yeah,
weird.
exactly.
So we're going to do the bending, keeping those toes straight, and then trying to pop the ball out. And feel all those muscles. Good. And bending. You've come a long way, though, Margaret. In a short amount of time, you've come a long way.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
And bending, and then trying to pop the ball out. How does that feel on the knee?
That feels fine.
Good. Bending and opening. Feel all those muscles up in here firing.
Yes.
Those are your new best friends. And firing. Would you say that your knee hurts more on stairs or from sitting to standing?
It hurts more in the walking.
Walking, okay.
Yes. Like if I walk a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, I was telling Felicia, I always feel so good after I finish with the session. I said, but then after a couple of hours, the discomfort comes back. She says, it's because you're opening up. But she's telling me all this stuff like you. I go, okay. Because she tells me, you have to tell Jennifer if you're hurting. You can't tell her everything's fine. I go, but it feels fine when we're doing the exercises. You know? I do tell her that I hurt.
Yeah, you do. I'll see her tonight. I'll tell her you're good. Now we're going to drop down to the calves and do the same thing. Well, I've been thinking about, we'll do more stuff for the walking, since that seems to be the thing. I think we need to address that.
Okay.
So bending, and again with the calves, try to rotate those calves around by keeping the feet straight. Good. And bending and rotating the calves around but keeping the feet straight. And bending and calves. Good. And bending and try to get those calves around. Good. And one more time. Bending and get those calves around and resting. So now when you take the ball out, how does that feel?
Okay.
Good. We're just going to do on the toes here. Let me lower my... that's as low as I can go with that. There we go. Hey, stay. You stay. It's like talking to a dog. You stay. With the toes here, lift them up, pull them apart, and so I'm doing this, like I'm lifting my toes up and spreading them and lowering them down.
Okay.
Just to get them set there. And then on that left foot, so I'll mirror you, I want you to track that knee straight and push into the big toe and just stretch that out. Is it, because it looks like it's a little tight. See, I'm doing, let me turn this way. I'm doing this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a demi-point. But really tracking, I know I'm on a small little device. I'm a little teeny person.
Yeah.
So even now standing there, Margaret, I see your left foot is a little like this. Turned out like that.
Okay, so
just a little. So pull it in a little straighter there. There you go. Okay. And then push into that big toe. Yep. And I have another idea. Okay, I know Felicia got you the circular bands, like the bands that are, get the firmest one of those. And what we're going to do, because your calves are still a little bowing out, right?
Yes.
So we're going to, as we do this work, we're going to put the band on your calves like so.
Okay.
Like that. And we're going to create some tension going in.
At
Is
the
it
top of the
pretty?
calf.
Yeah. Is it pretty firm feeling? I don't have a.
Yes.
Okay, good. So you're now going to go stand back in that sits bones area, right? Let the you know how you want your heels underneath these little pokey bones?
Yes.
So we call that parallel. So now is the band still feeling like it's pushing in on your calves? Good.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, so same thing. Turn that foot straight. There we go. And you're just going to go on to the demi point of it and let the knee come forward and push into the toe. And keep that knee. See how that knee wants to go out like that?
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
Yeah. Yes.
Pull it in. Yeah. So that, I bet you, and come down is happening when you're walking.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And then again, on to the toes and watch that knee. So this is what should be happening as you walk is you're going through the foot and the knee is tracking straight.
Okay.
And
So I have to concentrate on that then.
yeah. Because that little turn of the foot and the knee going out will strain these internal muscles.
Okay.
Where you have exactly where you have your pain.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
In and down. Good. And track. So I know it takes a lot of. I can see your knee wants to do one thing and your mind's telling it no.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't realize that.
And in. Good. And down. Excellent. And in. And down. Good. And in. Good. And down. Looks like it's moving a little smoother. Yeah, and not so much work.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
A little bit more on its own.
Uh-huh, yeah. Looks like it's getting the idea.
Okay.
We just have to retrain it.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, we're so close to you being wholly fixed.
Okay, and then I should concentrate on that
Yeah.
on the other one though, right?
Yeah, let's do the other one too. I think it'll be easier because that
Okay.
one tends to want to be straight.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You see how when you do it, it's like, it's smoother.
It just goes and I don't have to kind of force it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Looks good. Yeah.
Okay.
And those
All right.
toes look straight. Who knew?
10 times?
Yeah. Like I would do it 20 times.
Oh, 20 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can do like, I always think like, I know you have to concentrate on it, but I always like to multitask. Oh, a visitor.
Yeah, that's Bundy. Okay, Bundy.
So cute. Like, while you're brushing your teeth or something, you can,
Okay.
just add it in like that, so it's not,
Oh.
so that you kind of are always telling it to track that way,
Okay. Okay.
So we're going to take advantage of you with the band around your legs, and we're going to lay you down on the floor with your left leg high. Right, Blondie? That's his name, right?
Oh, yeah, Blondie.
He's there to observe and watch and learn.
Yeah. If not, he'll start rubbing against my leg or something in a minute.
Uh-huh. Hey, you can't blame him, right? There's your stress reliever right there.
Exactly.
So we're going to lay on your side and have your
Okay.
left leg high.
Okay.
And what we're going to do with the legs out straight today, and you can use a pillow and lay on it if you like, if that's comfy for your head. So you're going to have your legs out straight, and we're just going to lift, keeping that knee, making sure the knee isn't doing that, keeping your knee straight, and you're going to lift the leg up and down. Good. 2 and down. So we're going to work those outer muscles that are going to help keep it straight. 3 and down. 4. I love seeing everybody's animals. 5. And it's the best part of Zoom. 6 and down. Good. 7 and down. You feeling that out here?
Yes.
8. Good. And down. 9 and down. And 10 and down. Now we're going to do something a little different. You're going to turn your leg in a little more. So toes down. Bring your leg a little bit in front of you. So bring it in front of the other leg just a bit, and now lift it up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a rest. You feel that?
Uh-huh.
Deep in
Yes.
there. Yeah. Oof. That's a rough one, huh? So we'll take a little breather. We're going to repeat both of them again. So bring the leg on top of the other leg, the bottom leg. And we're going to do the straight one. So you're going to lift just up straight. 1, like we started. Yeah. We're going to poop it out a bit. 2. We're going for fatigue a little bit. 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we're going to rotate it really forward. Bring it a little forward of the other leg and lift it up and down. 1, 2. Keeping it nice and straight. 3. There you go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and resting.
Okay, is that just a natural, just holding the foot or pointing the toes?
Just kind of a natural. So it would be, yeah, you don't have to really force it in any way because we're just really trying to get this to, so that should be a little bit on fire now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Which is good. Yeah. So now we're going to take the band off and get your long, the uncircled band. And we're going to do some more. I feel like it's just down to pure tracking of that leg. So we're going to get on the floor and we're going to put the band on your left foot. I'll go this way. I feel like I need like 3 cameras sometimes, you know? All the different angles.
Okay.
And we're just going to put it on the right foot.
Okay, put it on the right foot.
Uh-huh. And we're just going to keep the left leg, down and out of it. And we're going to watch how the left foot tracks. And also watch, I'm going to do it towards you. See how the foot can do these weird things?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We're going to try to keep the foot straight like that.
Okay.
And the knee.
Okay.
And using that. And also thinking, too, in this position, this muscle, I call it the public bathroom hover.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knows that. That when your foot is flexed, you feel like your heel is connected to this muscle. And that is extending your leg, and that is resisting.
Okay.
So that we're trying to get out of not overusing your quad.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we're going to track. Use it.
We'll start with the right leg.
We're going to do the left leg. I just did it to have the lead leg so you can see. Good old lefty.
Okay.
Yep. So, and you can, and you're just going to You could, you know what, Margaret? I shouldn't say. I should have said this before. If you want, you could grab a pillow to put under your head so you could look at your leg. I just thought of that. Sorry, just to be more comfortable.
Okay.
There we go. So that way you can see your foot pretty good.
And it's supposed to knee and foot even, right?
Knee and foot even, yeah. So that they're perfectly lined up, and it's almost like a sight. You know how, like, through the middle of your knee would be like the second toe, kind of, right? You know.
Yeah, because if I go if I just do it naturally, the knee is over to the left.
Yeah. See, so you can
Yeah.
see you're probably walking that way.
Yeah. Okay.
So keep that knee and everything straight. Feel the public bathroom hover and go out and track it back in and try to keep it as equal and perfectly straight as possible. And in.
But not point up, right?
Yeah, just going like from the bend going straight out to your sofa.
Okay.
Yeah, and in. Good. Hard, huh?
Yes. Especially with my knee.
Yeah. Your knee
Yeah.
wants to. So we know we can probably bet your knee's doing that when you walk.
Yes.
And the whole time you're doing this, do you have any discomfort?
No, not really.
Yeah.
That's what I tell Felicia, that I'm fine when we're doing the exercises, you know?
So I just need to come hang out with you all day.
They get all, the muscles get all warmed up and everything, and everything's just going the way it's supposed to, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when you move in the proper way, you know, we shouldn't have pain.
Yeah.
Very good. So now what we're going to do at the end of the movement, since when you walk your foot articulates, right, is we're going to push the leg out, and then you're going to do just a little push into your metatarsal. So my foot's going to go like I push it out straight, and then it's going to do a little that. And then
Okay.
it's going to come back, you know, because when you walk, you're doing that, right?
Okay.
So we're going to add that little foot movement for you.
Okay.
And watch that your knee and your toes track straight.
Okay.
Go out, push your foot a little bit. Good. Come back and in. Yeah, tracking it all the time. Out, push, and in. Yeah, I can see the, and you can put it up on your metatarsal there, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's also your ankle, too, that is participating in the movement that's going off, right?
Yeah.
Hard.
See, I can feel it on that, like you say, that.
Yeah, I can see when you go, your foot is not wanting to listen to you.
Yes. And like you say, that's probably what I'm doing when I'm walking now.
Oh, most guaranteed. And then that's why when you walk a distance, it starts to hurt, because you can see as the foot moves out and the knee moves out, that inside part of your knee is going to get strained.
I'm just going all over the place. Okay.
Yeah, and I can see as the foot articulates, it gets really challenging for you. Very good, though, Margaret. You're powering through. You should start to feel some of the muscles in your legs probably be firing very much, and they're different muscles.
I can feel it on the outer side.
Ah, yep. Because what happens when we'll call it your old patterning, the outer side gets short and weak. So now that you're doing it, your outer side actually has to work. Yeah. Good. This one we're going to hold out there with the foot in that little point, and then you're going to pulse your foot towards your big toe, like turning it in, and keep the knees straight. 2, and just let the ankle move. 3, 4, so you're turning your foot towards your big toe. 6, 7, see the outside of your calf move. 9, 10, and then bend it back in and take a rest. Woo!
Wow.
Wow.
I can feel it here.
Yeah. Yeah, because that part when the foot turn goes short and goes slack.
Yeah.
And so when you're working it straight, that outer part of your calf has to really fire.
Uh-huh. I'll do that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think once we get that, I think you'll be flying around the neighborhood and everywhere you need to go.
All right.
Yeah. You feel it there, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I like that we've got a little burn in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you can tell that that muscle is pretty weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty weak there. Uh-huh. Yeah. But it could fix. It could totally
And then
fix.
again, a couple of times every other day then?
Yeah. I would do if you have time, do it where you feel the burn.
Okay.
And feel the fatigue. So that we can quickly kind of switch it to be that way. And then keep doing your toe walks around the house, because that'll facilitate you walking straight.
Okay.
Yeah, getting those toes. Yeah.
It's even easier now to put on the socks, but I'm thinking it's because the toes are straight and they're not. I don't have to force the little toe.
The first time it's a nightmare, isn't it? You're thinking how.
Yes. I couldn't find the sock toe and my toe and.
Yeah. Yeah, I have mine on today. You can see. And then these are I usually wear, if it's not rainy or my pants are. I have the shoes. So I wear these outside.
Felicia got me the shoes with the first 2 weeks to just wear them a little bit.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, you got to get used to them. Otherwise it'll. Yeah. She's so cute. She's telling you everything. Yeah. But it's working.
Yes.
So we're now gonna we're just kind of focusing today on the left leg for you, because I want to kind of nip that in the butt, so to speak, right? Like to get that side really strong and fixed, so that your pain, once we get the pain gone, we can then focus on elevating everything up. So another thing that happens when I'm mirroring you, so I'm using my right leg, but it's like the left to you. When all of this turns out, these inside muscles get weak. So we worked the outside, so now we're going to do an exercise to work the inner thigh. Okay. So you are going to lay so that your left side is down on the ground and lay sideways. So you'll be this way. And we're going to take the right leg and cross it over. And you can either just leave it there or hold it or whatever you need to do. the bottom foot is going to be flexed. And for you, instead of, it's going to want to do this. See how my toe is aiming the ground? I want you to really focus on seeing almost if you could turn imagine that your bottom leg is turning so your toes are up to the ceiling. It won't do it, but just imagine it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to then lift your leg up and down.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Because I know your leg will want to cheat like that. 1, there you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to aim for 20. You feel the burn in there?
Starting to.
Good. 2. Your whole left leg's going to be broken. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Take a rest. So I would do these 2 because you can feel those inside muscles. They're a little weak, and you did really good on keeping your foot straight because I know you have power this way. But power this way.
Yeah.
So we'll take this is a little breather, and then we'll do another set, and then we're going to do another new exercise for walking.
Okay.
So, okay, here we go. Keep that foot, think of it turning almost up to the ceiling if you can, all the way from the thigh, and then lift. 1. Good. 2. Don't forget to breathe. 3. In fact, through life, don't forget to breathe. 4. One thing animal teaches, they teach us, you know how they sigh? Yeah, we should do that. Kind of, right?
Yeah.
So when you're, whichever one of your perfect little creatures there, because they are, does that, I want you to mimic them. It's good for us. My bulldog is really good at sighing. And resting. Is that on fire now? Good. Yes. She's like, my poor left leg. And it's okay that we're only working just 1 today. Because your right knee seems to be okay. Like, it doesn't have any severe issues.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're going to stand up, and we're going to do a little, I'm finally warm. Is it cold there too?
No, in fact, today it was supposed to be almost up to 90.
What?
It was 70 early this morning when I woke up already. But then we're supposed to be getting a front, and then more rain, and then winds are supposed to be up to 50 miles tonight.
Wow. Oh, you're getting, I think, our storm.
Yes.
Because
before we used to get California weather like 5 days after you got it, but then all of a sudden everything's kind of changed.
Yeah, and now you get it. Well, it would be about right, because our worst part of the storm came last Friday.
Okay.
It was like the winds were insane. The rain was coming sideways, like yeah. It was like monsoonish. It was so much water in a little amount of time. So
I used to go to dinner with my son. So last night he says, "Okay, we'll kind of see what's going on. So you might have to stay home tomorrow night." So
yeah, you don't want to be driving out in that.
No.
So, well, I'm glad you're getting some warm weather. We're up to 62 today. So.
Yeah, but we're supposed to go down again.
Yeah. So you're noticing your leg is straighter, or?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I tell myself, I think that I imagine things, but would you be able to see a difference?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah, because it's not as bold.
No, it's not. Because when we first started and we were doing the exercises, I noticed it was because it is naturally more bowed than the other leg. Your right leg is straighter, and it
But can
is
you see
straighter from when we started.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell Felicia, and I know she's rolling her eyes at me like, mother.
But she knows that because she's seen it happen in here.
Oh, wow.
I know
Okay.
it is straighter.
It is. It is.
I can see it because when we first started, it was pretty bowed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just have to really. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think if you're out walking and your knee starts to hurt, I would, if you have the time, to pause and kind of like notice what is it doing?
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Is it doing a little?
Yeah.
In
I
fact,
know.
yeah,
Yes.
it would be. It's always interesting to me. Like maybe the next time one of your kids are around, if they videotape you walking and you don't know they're videotaping you. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Uh
that
huh.
like you're in your natural state just being
Uh
and
huh.
they're filming you and then it's always fun to see what your body's doing unbeknownst to you.
But for my legs, I know that this has been going on for years
Oh
because
yeah.
you know how we have the rain?
Yeah.
And I know years back, I told my husband, I think I'm getting bow-legged.
Yeah.
And but of course, he always like, you're just imagining things. But probably it started, like you said, years ago.
Oh yeah. I even probably 20 years ago.
Yes,
It
yes,
takes
exactly.
so what happens in the body is the fascia, why I have you rubbing with the coin. The fascia um takes in information at the speed of sound, which is 700 miles an hour.
Uh-huh.
Your nerves take in information at 3 to 400 miles per hour. So it's slow. But your nerves make fast reactions, like like something hot, you
Yeah.
immediately move, right?
Uh-huh.
Your fascia talks much faster. So the speed of sound is way faster than nerves. And it's gathering information, but then it makes decisions, thank goodness, slowly over days, weeks, months, and years. So
Uh-huh.
if you have an injury or you're moving a certain way, over time that fascia starts to pattern. But it isn't like a nerve that
Mm-hmm.
it does it, it patterns slowly. So
Mm-hmm.
even years ago, if you hurt something and you started to walk different because you hurt something, and no
Mm-hmm.
one ever addressed your gait change, but your injury got better, your body's going to keep walking in the new pattern slowly and more and over time. And so kind of sneaky that
Uh-huh.
you don't even notice that it's occurring because it isn't like the
Yeah.
stove, right?
Uh-huh.
And then 20 years later you're like, "Oh, my back." People are like, "Oh, this my well, your back." I've kind of fact found with people, like one of my clients used to stand with his leg out all the time, and he was like, "Why is this happening?" I'm like, "Well, there's something patterning." And then he went back to his childhood pictures and he's always stood like that.
Oh, uh-huh.
And he's
Uh-huh.
now 70 something. So
Oh,
now his
uh-huh.
body, late 60s, 70s, finally said, "This patterning you've been
That
doing
one.
is
Mm-hmm.
hurting your back."
Yes.
So that's kind of what happens, and you were right to be acknowledging it. And your husband's like, "Oh, you're going crazy." No, you
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
probably, there was something inside of you going, "This is a little different than what it should be."
Uh-huh.
So keep listening to that because this brain in here
Uh-huh.
is far smarter than this one. Right? That's why they look the same in the body. The brain and the guts look the same. They're all kind of right. So we're going to stand up and we're going to do a little exercise to track that knee a little bit in kind of a hyper way. Yeah. Oh, you're way less bowed, Margaret.
Huh?
Way from
Yeah.
because we first started standing
Uh-huh.
and it was pretty bowed out.
Yes. No, yes.
And
Oh,
now
okay.
how does it feel?
It feels good. It feels
Good.
good.
Good. So
Even if I have a little discomfort, it still feels good. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit, but I think because you're very attentive to it, I think it'll shift pretty fast. I think we're on to a good path.
Okay.
So you can drop your band. And what we're first going to do is put your left hand on the inside of your hip right here. You know the
Okay.
hip bone right there? Put your fingers
Uh-huh.
on the inside of that hip bone. Like your
Uh-huh.
fingers like that.
Uh-huh.
And then what we're going to do is I want you to just gently tracking through, straight knee, toes, lift your leg, and I want you to engage this muscle to start to lift your leg and hold on to something if you need to. And I want you to track, watch that knee. I want you to go knee, like we did with the band, toe, and then feel this muscle lift your leg. Because I think what's happening is as you're walking, you're turning this way to lift your leg.
Okay.
And this muscle, which is the main flexor, isn't firing enough. So you feel inside, put your fingers a little more in the front of your hip. I don't know if you can see, like, I know you're on your phone. Like, here's my hip bone, put them right in there. Yeah, there you go. That's your psoas.
Okay.
And so, yeah, hold on to something. You're going to go knee, toe, and then feel that muscle work as you lift your knee up. Because I know, I bet, your other muscles are cheating and working. And that way, you're not cocking the knee as you walk. You're using all of the right patterns. Yeah. Hard, huh? Because I can see your body's fighting you. Yep. Good. You feel that muscle up in your pelvis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's your new best friend, Margaret. And I can see up in your hips that your other muscles want to take over. Yeah. So this is a good thing to practice just daily if you think about it. And I always think you don't have to be like, I'm going to do 20, but like if you're waiting for something to cook in the kitchen or something,
Mm-hmm.
and you just, while you're waiting, you just take that time and kind of, so it's kind of integrated in your movement in your daily life. So then when you walk around after doing it, it should, and you can also do it as an exercise, like I'm going to do 20, you know, but I kind of like, because then it's kind of happening in your mindset as you're moving.
No, I already have the other one for while I'm washing dishes.
Oh, good.
The other one that you said, yes. I go, oh, okay, washing dishes, that's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah. See, you can multitask so your life isn't exercises.
Yeah.
So the next thing we're going to do is, I like to do this, and we're going to incorporate both legs.
Okay.
Is, again, tracking everything straight. And when you doing this, just standing, and you can even walk like this around the house, that you are lifting and tapping your knee, because then your knee is straight.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, okay.
And think, when you go to lift in your balance, remember all those muscles from the ball, right? When we bend the knees and we squeeze the ball, and all of these work.
Okay.
Think of your abs going up through the middle of you. Yeah,
Okay.
and think of, it's not like you have to grip them, but I always think like your glute muscles are going to make this motion. Like they're going to cross each other that way. There you go. Yeah. And this is a good one to do because it works on balance. It works on motor skills. Your left knee is very straight right now. And it's tracking everything straight. So this is another thing besides the toe drag that you could do when you get up to go get are you a tea drinker? Afternoon tea?
Yes, I can be, yes.
You can be, or a coffee, you know, you can be like, I'm going to go get my coffee. And this is how I'm
trying to drink hibiscus tea.
Oh.
No, I can tell that this side is weaker for me too, no. Because this side is weaker.
Yeah. When you
And I
lift
go
your,
that way.
yeah, so when that left leg goes down, feel those muscles from the ball, abs
Okay.
and the glutes,
Do
not
that.
squeezing.
Okay.
You don't want to squeeze under, but I always feel like the glutes are lifted and they're doing this. Just feel them like cross across each other. And that leg, because I can see your left leg. I bet, well, we're not going to do it, but I bet you if you let your left leg turn out, you'd be strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now that we're
Yeah.
keeping it straight, all these new muscles, they don't know
What to do.
Yeah. So this is a good one for you.
Yes.
Yeah. But just make sure you don't fall over in your house. We have to.
No.
I don't want to be responsible for that. Then Felicia's going to have to get you a helmet.
Don't tell her because I'll have one at the door.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Yeah, I can see that left leg to stand on is rough. And also when you lift it, it kind of wants to go out a little bit. Yeah. This is good. And while we're doing this, how does it feel?
Well, I can tell that, like you say, that it's. I really have to think about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Where this one is okay, but then this one I have to make sure that I'm keeping it straight.
Yeah. That's going to be your task for the next, until I see you again. Hey, Claire. Because I think that's the final, the piece de la resistance. That's the little glitch.
Right there.
That will get you out of that, because it's, as soon as that leg turns out, these get stressed. And that's why you're feeling, because they're opening up.
Okay.
So, yeah. I think there's definitely no knee replacement for you, Margaret.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, and that's, I don't feel like you're there. I don't think that's where you're at. I think fixing this mechanically, doing the tuning forks, keeping the blood flow, keeping it, we all get arthritis. That's me
that's
too.
Part of,
Me too. So keeping, eating things that create less inflammation and stuff like that. I don't think, look at your age, and this is the little glitch you have. You're way not going to happen. Yeah, we won't let you get it. We won't.
No, it does feel a lot better from the very beginning. So.
Yeah. So there you go. That's your new added homework. But I think you'll see a difference as you walk.
Okay.
And look, today Felicia didn't have to buy you anything new. How did we get away with that?
You'll be happy to hear that.
Yeah. I may joke with her though and be like, you know what your mom needs? I may do that when she comes in tonight.
Let's see what she says.
Yeah, just to mess with her. Well, that was terrific, Margaret. You're doing such a good job too of doing everything. So kudos, pat yourself on the back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'll contact you and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
You're awesome. Okay.
Right. Okay. Bye.